Hello students of class 9. So in my last lecture I have already discussed about linear equations in two variables. I have discussed some of the questions. So in my today's lecture I am going to solve some of the questions of exercise 4.3, and after that I am going to start the last topic of this chapter, which is very important, that is equations of line parallel to x and y axis. So first of all I am going to do question of exercise 4.3, question number 6. So in question 6 the condition is given that work done by a body is directly proportional to the distance travelled by it. Okay, so we can write W as work done, and we have to write directly proportional symbol. As you all know, you have studied in physics also. So it is directly proportional to the distance travelled. Okay, so work done we can write it as is equal to F into D. F is what? F is the constant force. Already it is written. Force is what? Force is a constant quantity. So in place of F we can write what? 5, because already it is given that we have to take force is equal to 5. Okay, so W is equal to 5 into D. This is the final equation, which is the linear equation in two variable. Okay, so here I am taking W as x and D as y. So this is our linear equation in two variable. Now what we have to do? In one number it is given that work is equal to how much? Work is equal to 2 units. So what we have to do, in place of W, or we can say x, in place of x we have to put 2, and by that way we can easily find the value of y, and y is what? Y is the distance travelled by the body. Okay, so what we have to do now, next step will be put the value of W in equation. We can say suppose first of all you have to write, okay, let W be x. Okay, so this is x. So if we put the value of x in the above equation, we can have 2 is equal to 5 into y, and y is equal to what? 2 by 5, which is equal to 0.4. So the value of y, that means distance, is what? 0.4 units. Similarly, if work done is 0, okay, if work done is 0, then the distance travelled by the body is also equal to 0 units. Okay, so you can easily put 0, then 5 will be transferred to that side. You will get 0 divided by 5, that will be equal to 0. Okay, so that is the number 2. So next come to question number 7. So in question number 7 it is given that Yamini and Fatima contributed towards the Prime Minister Relief Fund to help the earthquake victim. So their total contribution is rupees 100. So here we have to take the contribution of each one of them, okay, each of the student. So first of all I have taken the contribution done by Fatima be rupees x, and the contribution done by Yamini be rupees y. So according to the question we can write x plus y is equal to 100, because the total contribution done by them is rupees 100. So this is the linear equation we got, and this linear equation you have to draw the graph of this linear equation. So for drawing graph we have to first find the solution. So here you have to first put one by one, you have to put, so first of all put 10, then 100, then you can take any value, you will get the value of y. As you all know how to find the solution, so write 4 set of solution for this equation, and then finally draw the graph of it. Okay, so next come to the next question, number 8. In countries like USA and Canada, temperature is measured in Fahrenheit, whereas in country like India it is measured in Celsius. So all of you know that temperature is measured in different scales. Okay, so in country like USA, Canada, temperature is measured in Fahrenheit, but in India it is measured in Celsius. Okay, so there are many scales of temperature. You will get this topic in physics also, okay, in physics and chemistry also. So here it is given in Fahrenheit to Celsius scale. So there is an equation for converting Fahrenheit temperature to Celsius Fahrenheit, as well as we can convert a Celsius temperature, means the temperature in Celsius, then we will convert it into Fahrenheit. Okay, so there is an equation, it is given in book itself. F is equal to 9 by 5 C plus 32. So what we have to do? We have to first draw the graph of this equation. So first of all, you have to find the 4 set of solutions. You have to write in the table. Already we have done in our previous class. How to do, you know. Okay, so first of all, find the 4 set of solution, and you can take F as X and C as Y. By taking that, you can easily plot the graph. Okay, so like that, first of all we will find the solution. So here is the equation, and I am taking as a multiple of 5. See, I am taking the value of C as a multiple of 5 because here C is divided by 5. So take that value which will be cancelled by what? 5. Okay, so that will be easier for you, that's why I am telling. So you can take 5, then 10, 15, these are the values you can take. So I have taken the value of C as 10, 20, 30, 50. So like that way, after simplification we got F. Okay, so first is 50, then 68, then 86, then 122. So take one as X and another as Y. You can take any of them as X and any of them as Y. Okay. Oh, okay, sorry. Here in number 1 it is written that draw the graph of linear equation above using Celsius for x-axis. That means C you have to take it as X. Already it is mentioned, so you have to take like that. Okay, and for Y, for F you have to take Y. So you can easily draw the graph of this one. So next, number 2, what is the question C given? If the temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. So if the temperature is 30 degrees Celsius, what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? So you have to put 30 in place of C. So already we have done C. So what is the Fahrenheit temperature? It is 86. So you have to do the calculation, okay, in question number 2, and by that way you can easily find the temperature in Fahrenheit. Similarly, in number 3, if the temperature is 95 degree Fahrenheit, that means in Fahrenheit you have to put 95. So by calculation you can easily find the value of C. Okay. Number 4 is if the temperature is 0 degree Celsius. So this is what? This is 0 degree Celsius. Okay. What is the temperature in Fahrenheit? If the temperature is 0 degree Fahrenheit, what is the temperature in Celsius? Okay. So first of all, you have to put in place of C, you will C as 0. You will get F is equal to 32. Okay. Next, they told you to put 0 degree in Fahrenheit also. So by that way also you will get a value for C. So question number 4 and 5 I will do it. So see, this is question number 3. You have to put C is equal to 0. So by simplification we got F is equal to 32 degree. Similarly, if we put F is equal to 0, again by simplification we will get the value of C as minus 160 by 9 degrees. Okay. So next is number 4. In number 4 it is given that is there any temperature which is numerically the same in both Fahrenheit and Celsius. That means we have to take Fahrenheit is equal to Celsius. Okay, Fahrenheit is equal to Celsius in number 4. So if we take that, okay, is there any temperature that will be same in both the scales? We have to find. So already it is given, we have to take C is equal to F. So we will put C is equal to F. By that way, in place of F I can write C, and 9 by 5 into C plus 32. So by solving it we will get 5C is equal to 9C plus 532 is 160. Okay, so transfer 9C to that side, you will get 5C minus 4C. 5C minus 9C is equal to 160. That will be minus 4C is equal to 160. So C is equal to minus 160 by 4. That will be what? 40 degrees. So C is equal to what? Minus 40 degree, and we have taken what? C is equal to F. That means F is also equal to minus 40 degree. So answer is yes, that there is a temperature which is numerically same in both Fahrenheit and Celsius, and the temperature is minus 40 degree. Okay. So next, come to the next topic. So next topic I am going to discuss using the questions of exercise 4.4, and these are very important. See, here it is written that you have to represent equation y by 3, okay, geometrically. Geometrically means, yeah, or geometric representation means you have to show it in graph, okay, in graph paper you have to show it. And first is in one variable you have to show. One variable means this is already in one variable. See, y is there, so it is only in one variable, so we can represent it easily because there is only one variable given. That means we can represent it on a number line. So you have to draw a number line like this, and in place of 3, okay, you have to write y is equal to 3. This is the required geometrical representation of y is equal to 3 in one variable. Similarly, if we do in two variable, okay, that is the most important thing. When we do it in two variable, then this equation we have to convert it into two variable. So I am going to discuss that only, and this question and question 2 is both are same, okay. So question 2 you have to do it by yourself. Again I am telling this that this question is very important whenever they are telling for two variable, okay. So see this linear equation in one variable, how I converted it into two variable. So see, y is equal to 3, we can write y is equal to 3 plus 0, okay. Again see, 3 plus 0 is again 3, but why I have written 0? See, you can multiply 0 with any number, okay, you will get 0 again. So I am multiplying 0 with what? X, because 0 into x will be what? Again 0, okay. So why I have done like this? Because it is written you have to convert it into two variable. So by this way we can convert the one variable equation to two variable equation. Now what we have to do? We have to find four set of solution. So I have found the four set of solution. How to find? You know, we have to put x is equal to any value. So I will take 0, I have taken 0, then 1, then minus 3, then 2. See what happened when we take values like this. So if we put any value, see here, if any value will be multiplied with 0, it will again will be what? 0. So 0 plus 3, again it will be 3. So value of y will remain same, that is 3, if we change the value of x. But means we are changing x, but y is remain constant, okay. So now you have to draw the graph of this set of solution. So the four set of solution I have written in coordinate system. First one is 0, 3, then 1, 3, then minus 3, 3, then 2, 3. Now we will plot in the graph. See, 0, 3, the first solution will be what? This one. Here it is x, the value of x is 0 and the value of y is 3. Next is the value of x is 1. So here the value of x is 1. Okay. Now we will see where the value of y is 3. So value of y is 3 is here. So you have to go perpendicularly. Okay. So this is 1, 3. Next is minus 3, 3. So minus 3, the value of x is minus 3. So we will go to left side. Then again 2 plus 3. Well, the value of plus 3 is you have to go above. So this is minus 3, plus 3. Next is the value of x is 2, then y is 3. So the value of x is 2, here x is 2, and next is y is 3. We have to go in upward direction, so say this one. Okay. So by joining all the points, I am getting a straight line which is parallel to x-axis. Okay. So by this way we can say this is the straight line for y is equal to 3. Okay. I hope you got it. This is very, very important. See, y is equal to 3. The line passes through these points. Okay. The points means the line is passes through y is equal to 3, as you can see. Okay. Here in this line at every point, okay, if we say at every point the value of y remains same, that is 3. But what is changing? You have to see what is changing. The value of x is changing at every point. See, we will get different values of x. Okay, here also we will get different values of x, but y is remains constant. Okay, so we can say y is equal to 3, or if you take y is equal to 2 or y is equal to 1, all will passes through. Suppose y is equal to 2, it will pass through this one. Okay, and it is also parallel to what? X-axis. Similarly, y is equal to 1 will pass through this one. Y is equal to 0 will pass through this, which one? It will be what? It will be x-axis only. Okay. Y is equal to 0 will be this line only. That means this line is equal to what? X-axis. Similarly, y is equal to minus 1 will be what? This one. Okay. So you have to draw a line like this. So that means what we can say, what we can conclude, y is equal to any constant value, any real number. Okay. Any constant value. Y is equal to, suppose question is given y is equal to a. This is a linear equation where a is a constant. Okay. This equation will be parallel to what? X-axis. Okay. This equation will always be parallel to x-axis. Okay. The next question number 2 will also be done like in this manner only. In question number 2 you will see that the equation will be like this: x is equal to something constant, and this equation you have to plot it in graph in two variable. In one variable you can easily draw, you have to draw in number line, but for two variable you have to convert the equation into two variable first, like we have done for this one. Okay, for one number. Next you have to plot the graph. Okay, by after finding the set of 4 solution you have to plot the graph. Then you see that x is equal to something constant. This equation will be, means the line, okay, line from this equation. You will get a line from this equation, and that line will be parallel to what? Y-axis. Okay, so that is the very important part of this chapter. Okay, so by only seeing this the equation, okay, by only seeing the equation you can say that the line formed by that equation will be parallel to x-axis or y-axis. Okay, so please try to do it. This chapter is very important. Again and again I am telling, because this has application in many areas. In physics also you have to read graph. In day-to-day life also I have already told you examples, like whenever you used to watch cricket, or in cricket also there is an application of graph. There also they use graph to show the batting position or batting style of each countries, okay, of the two countries which are playing. Okay, many things you can draw graph for easier understanding. Okay, so thank you for today. Please try to go through it. Okay.